So we finally got the ammo changes for Way of the Hunter, and I figured I'd go ahead and go over a few key details that you might want to know before getting into any hunt. We'll go over the kind of how the loadouts are built out. And then we're also going to get into some in the field knowledge for those of you that use no hub and for those of you that do use a hub. So if you use no hub, it is going to be a lot harder, but I think that just adds another level to the gameplay in my personal opinion. So real quick, in order to be able to actually attach your ammo, you're going to want to go into your storage and then click F for mouse and keyboard, or it's square, or X for controller, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox. And it'll bring up this menu here, and you have 3 different slots that you can choose from. Be careful because you can put the same ammo in each slot and carry 60 for that particular ammo type. Or you can switch it up and put 1 of each, giving you 20 of each round. Or you can do something like 40 and 20 and you can put like 40 of the trophy bonded and then 20 of the Barnes TSK. You can kind of just mix and match however you please, but that's going to be the same for your primary and your secondary. Now you do need to buy some of the ammo before you're able to equip it, so make sure you do that in the shop before coming to your storage. You can just do that in the same menu at the lodge. With the rifles, the best thing to do is actually go in your encyclopedia and look at what kind of ammo you're using with your weapon. So for us, we're using the 700 CDL. That's going to use a 30-06 Springfield. So then when you look at the 30-06 ammo, you can actually see each casing and each ammo type is a little bit different. For the polymer tip, you actually have a little bit of a red tip and like a silver casing all the way. For the soft point, you can kind of see a little bit of a silver tip, and then a gold casing, copper casing right here. And then for the hollow point, you basically got this silverish casing with just your copper bullet. You may be able to see a little bit of a hollow point depending on what kind of ammo you're using. But those are the things that we're going to be looking for when we actually go to change our ammo in the field. So right now, when I go to change my ammo, we're going to look to see what kind of ammo I'm using. So right there, I put in a silver casing with a copper bullet. I didn't see any red tip. It did look like it was going to be a hollow point. So I'm pretty sure that's the hollow point round. And if we go ahead and swap again, you can see I put in the polymer tip round this time. You can actually see a bit of a tip at the end of the round. And these are very minute details. So a lot of the people that are going to be using this are going to have to be able to pick up on that. And then one more time. And there we have the gold casing. It doesn't really look like you have a tip, but it's very rounded. So if we go back into each one of our ammo selections. Whoop. So now we're looking at the 30-06. We should be using this right here, this power sock. So I think we're going to make a shot on one of these adults way out here and see if we are correct. But before we do that, I want to go through a couple of the other weapons as well. So for shotguns, it's a little bit easier because you can actually tell from the casing color. So we'll go in here into our encyclopedia and actually have the 12 gauge equipped. So we'll go down here to our regular 12 gauge. And for our steel shot, for our bird shot, pellet shot, whatever you want to call it, we'll actually have a black casing here. For the rifled slug, we're actually going to have a red casing. And then for the buckshot, we'll actually have a green casing. When we reload each one of these, it's a little easier to tell which one we are actually using. So there we threw in the red. There's the green. And we're back to black. Now you do have to pick up on these key details very fast. But at least they're there for us to see. So let's go ahead and take a shot on one of these that isn't the 3-star. And then we'll talk about the bow and the crossbow. So they're out to about 400. Maybe we'll take a shot on that guy. Now we just got to wait for him to give us a broadside. Here we go. I thought that was a pretty good hit. I think he survived that though. There he goes. Let's see if he stops. Yeah, he did stop. So we'll get another range on that. Out to 500 now. We're going to put another one out there. Come on, Mikael. You got it, bud. He's down now, right? No. No, he's still going. He's still going. Okay, so we just suck. Let's see how far out we can get. All right, we'll go over there and check here in a minute. Let's go ahead and grab the switch here. We'll talk about this one. For the bows, it's a little bit easier to see what you're using. The end of the arrow, you can actually see that I have the fixed blade on right now. And when we switch, now you can see it's a mechanical blade. It's a little subtle, but it is there, so it's nice to have a visual. We'll do it one more time. And now you can see the blunt blade on there. With the crossbows, even easier. You can see that I have the fixed blade on there right now. Then I'll switch over to the mechanical blade. And then one more time to the blunt. So it's pretty easy to tell what you're using. I think the rifle is the hardest one to actually figure out what you're using, because you got to memorize all the different ammo types with the rifles and the shotguns. And with each shotgun, it is going to be a different color. And then with each different rifle ammo, it's going to be a different color as well. So it makes it very difficult to kind of tell what you're using. We're just going to throw on the Steyr Scout real quick, show you what kind of ammo we actually have equipped. So we have a hollow point, a polymer tipped, and a soft point as well. But there are some commonalities, like the polymer tip is going to have a silver casing with a bit of a tip on it. The hollow point is going to be a silver casing with no tip on the front. It'll kind of be a hollowed out point there. And then the soft point is going to be a kind of like a gold casing with a copper round. The hardest ones to tell the difference are probably going to be something like when you have two different hollow points. That could probably get pretty tricky to see what you're actually throwing in there. So you're going to be very aware of what you're using and just keeping track of how many times you're switching ammo and which one you left it on. If you're going to play on a Ranger or Hunter, anywhere with no hub, you are going to have to kind of time out your ammo swaps. So if you hold it down for about 1 Mississippi is what I give it, that should give you 1 ammo swap. Normally it's about 1 second hold. Anything longer than that and you're going to actually be skipping 2 different ammo types. So I generally just give it a 1 Mississippi, and then I know that it's going to be on the next ammo that I've chosen, just so that helps you whenever you get out in the field. And the only time your ammo will ever change is if you unequip the weapon and then re-equip it. I had the soft point equipped, but now it's going to have the polymer tip equipped. So that's the only time that your ammo is really going to switch. You can fast travel and you can sleep. You can exit the game and come back, and all your ammo will still be selected. The only time it does change is when you go in here and again, unequip and then re-equip it. That will reset your ammo. All right, well, at least we caught up with him. That was kind of crazy. Way far back. We got some wind on that last one. That was way too far forward. And that went right into his arm. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Perfect shooting. But hey, they're all the power sock rifle. So let's see which one that was. So the power sock is that soft point that we thought it was. I just had some really bad shots. Luckily, I was actually able to catch up with that guy. But that's going to do it for this one. It was a really quick one today. Just wanted to run through the ammo, give you a couple quick tips. Hope you all get out on the new reserve. And as always, have a good day.